Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we have a cruise terminal closing and coming as a complete surprise to the cruise lines that they're not going to be able to go there anymore. We also have a brand new way of cruising without ever stepping foot on a cruise ship, if you're into that sort of thing. And we also have another challenge coming to the Bar Harbor banning the majority of cruise ships. It's going to be a mess, folks. So let's talk with the first one. We have the Pilots Association in Bar Harbor just told the city council that they are seeking legal counsel and will most likely be challenging the Bar Harbor banning of cruise ships. Earlier this year, there was another vote, and they voted to basically cut 90% of cruise traffic in Bar Harbor, limiting daily visits to like 1,000 passengers. And here's some of the things. Well, the Pilot Association says, well, if we lose 90% of the ships coming in, we don't have enough funding and not making enough money to keep that staff on board, and it will greatly affect the safety of the harbor front itself from the Pilots Association's point of view, not to mention the jobs that will be lost as well. They also say that by Bar Harbor canceling and affecting all the cruise lines, it's affecting other cruise ports along the way, like Boston, New York, and up into Canada. It's not just affecting, because now the cruise lines have to look for other ports to go to, and those ports now have to gear up for more pilots or figure out how they're going to get more ships in if they can. So there's going to be another legal challenge going forward in Bar Harbor. No surprise there. And they also have asked the question that they had over 60-some cruise ships already approved to come into harbor in 2023 into Bar Harbor. And now this new amendment that the city council is running will say that they can only unload 1,000 passengers. How is that going to affect those cruise lines that are already approved to come in? Are they just going to cancel it outright and say, no, you can't come anymore? Or are they going to honor the acceptance that they signed the contracts with the cruise lines for 2023? Who knows? We will see what happens. But again, what a surprise. More court cases. That's no surprise there, right? And it's not even the cruise lines who are doing the lawsuits. It's the businesses and the people affected of their jobs and livelihoods, I guess, would be the best. And now they're pulling out safety and also affecting maritime travel and business for other cruise ports by affecting that one cruise port in Maine. We'll see what happens. Then we also have Celebrity Cruise Lines coming out, and they have what's called, have you heard about the Metaverse with Facebook? Well, Celebrity Cruise Line has come out with their Wonderverse, and what this is you will be able to go on and log in and jump on a ship like the Celebrity Beyond in this video game atmosphere where you can walk around a ship and it's not photorealistic, folks. It's really not. If you've ever played The Sims, it's not. I don't even know if it's at that quality yet of the game Sims in the computer world. But you'll be able to walk around. You'll be able to see destinations. You'll be able to visit Alaska, Europe, Japan, see what the cruise ports kind of look like in very limited fashion. You'll be able to wander around the ship. You'll be able to head out and see some special events on board. Apparently you're going to be able to see the flare show, which is when all the bartenders and waiters and they start juggling like Tom Cruise did in the movie for when they're tossing the bottles and the glasses around and things like that. And you'll be able to interact and comment with some people who are from the cruise line in the industry, including ship designers. Captain Kate is supposed to be, you're supposed to be able to see her and interact with her. How much this is going to be, I don't know. There's also going to, like, not money-wise, but I mean how much actual stuff you're going to be able to do. Like, how I don't think Captain Kate is free enough to be sitting there every day answering questions. I think she has a job to do. So, yeah, that's not the way it's going to work. But it's something interesting, and maybe your kids would like it too, because there will be mini games where you'll be able to drive a tender boat and things like this. So it could be a fun little thing to get your children ready for their next cruise, as they can check out the ship and maybe just get a little anticipation going for your cruise. And also, if you're just wondering what the ship looks like, it might be an interesting way to do it. But again, it's not photorealistic. It's cartoony and very limited graphics when it comes to, like, if you're a gamer, you know what I'm talking about. This is not 4K gaming quality graphics. Now, we also have a cruise port that is closing for up close to a year, and the cruise lines are now scrambling to find out where to put those ships. Well, before I get there, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you want to keep up to date with everything cruising, from cruise destinations to cruise ports that are closing, to law things that are happening, to games that are happening for your cruise, and maybe even some money-saving tips and some ships that you were just hoping to see, but making up your mind which cruise line is best for you. I hope you'll join us. It doesn't cost a thing. It just really does help the channel out when you hit the subscribe button and YouTube says, hey, people like cruising. Let's see if more people like cruising, and they share the videos that way. Again, I really do appreciate it. Okay, let's talk about Brisbane. Did I say it correctly this time, folks? Brisbane? I better get used to it, because I'm sailing to Australia and New Zealand. I better get used to the vocabulary, I guess. They are closing their portside wharf cruise terminal, and they are sending it off to a secondary cruise terminal, and they're closing it for a year because there's a $20 million refurbishment going on for the cruising area. They're going to put new park in. They're going to put condominiums in. They're revamping it up, and when it's done, it's probably going to be beautiful and gorgeous and a great area. However, right now, the cruise ships are now going, what do you mean we can't dock there? And now they're scrambling to find other alternatives, including the new cruise terminal in Brisbane. They're saying, is there any spots left? Can we get in? And some cruise lines are going to just end up canceling the stops altogether because there's no more room left at the remaining ports. Or they'll head off to another port and see if they can get in somewhere else and skip Brisbane altogether. So yeah, kind of caught them off guard. Brisbane is host to the 2023 360, it's called, and it's a cruising event that invites representatives from the cruise lines, travel agents, and they talk about all the new ships, all the new innovations, and they really want to. It's like a convention if you go to a boat show and all the representatives are there showing off their best. That's what it is for the cruising industry. And they're holding that in September of 2023 in Brisbane. And this terminal is not supposed to be ready till December. Let's hope they can get it ready in time for that event to happen, because I imagine they'd want to show off this area to the entire cruising world that sells cruising and represents cruising. Hey, look at this. This is why you should come to Brisbane. Let's hope they can get it ready in time for that, and it's not just a big construction zone when the Cruise 360 happens in Australia. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.